Good day, fellow scapers. My name's Deck, but please call me Hobo, and welcome back to my channel. So in the last video I talked about the benefits of Runescape 3 on mobile and focused primarily on gatherer skills for AFKing. And I wanted to push it out to see what I would be happy to AFK when it comes to combat. Now, I didn't really want to sit there for hours at God Wars Dungeon 1 for experience and GP, as the rates for experience aren't amazing. Instead, I wanted something that would offer me experience rates I literally could not get anywhere else in the game. And a few weeks ago, I finally finished getting the requirements for Vires, and let me tell you, power creep over the last few years has not been kind to these beasties. I am taking suboptimal equipment in, for example, Silverhawk boots for the agility experience, and I am still raking in about 400,000 experience an hour in prayer alone without any bonus experience. And that's not even mentioning the fire making experience, the combat experience, etc. And I just wanted to share with you how I do this at this moment in time, just because of how cheap a lot of the end game equipment is right now in all of the other styles. So firstly, how do you earn prayer from these blighters? Well, it's simple. You need to complete the River of Blood for the Reforged Sun Spear, which earns you the ability to cremate Virelords and Vireladies automatically each kill, and is currently netting me upwards of 800,000 experience per hour, including bonus experience. This means you do not have to spend billions of gold on bones when you can AFK your combat instead. I'm also using melee, which whilst it does have the best AoE ability pool, it is limited by the range. I would personally prefer to be using ranged here with the greater ricochet for the better kill rates, but I am just training melee at the moment. I'll get better rates when I move across to range instead. So let's talk equipment. I'm using the Vestment Hood and Top with Morytania Legs 4 and Silverhawk boots. I'm using Cinderblade gloves, a Wembook and a Zuck cape also. I am using a Finality here, but if I'm to be entirely honest, that is way over the top. An Amulet of Souls will be just fine, and I'm using a pouch for prayer drain management. I have a preset with one of everything I'll be interested in collecting. Yes, Herbs, I'm looking at you. I load up with some overloads, renewals, and a poison plus flask, and then I'm off to the races. I don't pack any food here, as an Excalibur keeps me healed nicely, and if by some miracle my HP drops below 7k, I just use that for heals. The only important perk outside of your standard DPS perks is Devoted 4. I don't even have Enhanced Devoted on the top, though if you wanted to be extra safe, feel free to bang that on. Morytania Legs 4 are actually really valuable here, as they provide an additional 50% prayer experience for every single Vire you cremate. This is done by completing the Morytania tasks. So in terms of where you set up, you just set up by the tree here after making the rounds to make sure the Vires aren't stuck on anything, and then get to blitzing. If you take a look at the Vire strategy guide, which I'll link in the description, it tells you which 3 buildings should have 2 Vires in, and therefore nothing is stuck in them. Anything with 3 or more, go in, kill the Vires to reset them to allow you to be pretty much fighting up to 6 Vires constantly. I personally pack note paper so I can note the split bark equipment, which is the helm and the body, so I can put into my high alch machine further down the line, and then just leave it to AFK. That's pretty much it. Most standard AoE rev bars would work just fine here, but the strategy guide linked in the description will give you the optimal ones. If I were to have everything completely optimal and also be using ranged, I believe I could earn upwards of 500,000 prayer experience here per hour just AFK. I could also earn 5 to 7 million per hour here as well, depending on what I was picking up from the Vires themselves. But that's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please by all means drop a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me across my socials, and just maybe I'll catch you in my next misadventure. Happy scaping!